What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So yes, today I'm going over what I personally think is the most underrated Weiss set of 2022. And this is just my opinion. I'll tell you my thoughts as we go through the video. We'll be looking on TCG Player, and I'm talking more from a sealed case perspective. And I know I literally made a video probably like 3 weeks ago saying why investing in Weiss Schwarz sealed is not effective. It's an unnecessary risk. But this is one of those sets that I think has the potential to do well. And in terms of me, kind of how I finished that video was more along the lines of, yes, financially you could invest in many other things that would do better, and just even other TCGs that would definitely perform better with much lower risk. But with that said, some people want to buy things and put money into things that they enjoy and they love. At the end of the day, if nothing happens with this set, like, I don't care. Like, I'm happy to keep this for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And if it's still not really worth much, or worth the same, or worth less, I'm not going to get upset about that, because I know I could just open it and have a great time. So let's head on over to TCG Player. And yes, I am talking about Tokyo Revengers. So as this set came out, it was already not that popular because of the mainly all-male cast. Now, there are some female characters in the series, but as I'm sure most of you know, the series is mainly about the guys. So yes, there's a few in there, but no one really cares too much about the female characters in this series. It's all about the boys. And because of that, as a Weiss Schwarz set, it didn't really do that well. Not many people ordered it. When it came out, some of these cards were hard to find because people literally didn't buy it to open it. So there were a few floating about, but you compare it to sets that came out around it, it just wasn't the same. So already we have that one thing of the set was underprinted, right? Not underprinted, but it's printed demand. It didn't have much printed because it wasn't pre-ordered. Not many people put in orders for this set because not many people were that keen on it. So as it came out, it just didn't do that well. You could still pick up boxes fairly cheap. And what I've basically done is I've recently bought, I think it arrived 2 weeks ago. You probably saw it behind me at the start. I probably should have said. That is a case of Tokyo Revengers that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. And that was from the US. I got it shipped over, and with shipping, I paid a total of $675. And now this is why I've decided to buy this. This is a series and a set I like. I have like one card from this set, but it is a set I would open based on getting it that cheap. So I think breaking it down to per box, that works out at like £33 per box when I convert it to pounds. So I don't know, maybe in dollars it's probably like $28 a box or something, $26, $27 a box. But in terms of getting that in the UK, like, there's no way like anywhere in the UK you'll pick up a Weiss Schwarz booster box for like around £30. It just doesn't happen. I think the cheapest I've ever seen, like on eBay, and again could be dead boxes, but I know some stores literally sold on eBay Attack on Titan because, as everyone knows, it was oversupplied massively and people were just struggling to sell that. So even those boxes were selling for £50-55 per box on auction on eBay. So the fact that I can buy this at $675, which is already way below distribution prices, so that's kind of one of the main reasons why I bought it. Maybe it will get a little bit cheaper than this, maybe it won't, but regardless, if it goes down to $600, $500, I mean, that was including shipping as well, so you have to bear that in mind. So I think I pretty much paid $600 plus $75 shipping. If we look on TCG Player, the sealed product, I mean, you can see here at the moment the lowest listing is like $839. The last sold, let's check some sales, and again, yeah, so it's the same price, $839, and that was sold fairly recently, a month or so ago, and then we've got another one back in April, end of April, for the same price. But in terms of listings, I mean, that is the cheapest one. So personally, the fact that I managed to get it for the price I did, like, was really good, considering it's already sort of like $200 more than that on TCG Player. But I knew there would be people out there that just were kind of sat on this and couldn't shift it. So yeah, I mean, that was the price we managed to agree on. I think they were asking a little bit more. Maybe they were asking about $700, or I think it might have been $650, and then we agreed $675 with shipping to the UK. So when it's that cheap, when it's that much below distribution, and it's a set that I like, I'm happy just to take that risk. Yes, there is kind of a part of me that is investing. I'd say like maybe it's like a 50-50 split between I'm investing in it because I know it has some potential as a series. I think it's got like a really strong fan base, that people who are fans of this show are normally like really big fans of this show. And I think, yeah, long term, it is one of those random sets that Weiss Schwarz produce, that the print run isn't that big, but it kind of is a popular show and has potential long term, and it's already under sort of distribution prices. So I think it has that perfect recipe for some potential long term, but at the same time, if nothing happens with it, I'm absolutely fine with it. I will happily open this at £33 a box and just open a whole case, whether that's in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, or in 10 years. Like, I know for a fact I'd have so much fun just going through the case. And you get one SSP per case. Why don't we just take a look at the prices of the SSPs actually and see what the kind of expected value would be if I were to open the case, given how much I paid for it. So if we turn off sealed products, and if we look at the SSPs, which is, yeah, it's one per case, and I think it was like 3 TVRs as well. So I mean, my key SSP is the chase cards, as you can see. So he's already sort of around $500 range. Cheapest is $569, with last sold at $499 US. But yeah, that is the chase card, so that is the most expensive. So if I were to open that and pull him, you know, I've lost what, 175 roughly in value. But then, you know, you're getting other cards, like you're getting TVRs, you're getting SRs, you're getting play sets that someone might want, and you have the fun of opening up a set that I know I like, right? But okay, if we look here, we look at some of the cheaper ones now. I think, I mean, Hina and Emma still have solid prices, but I can't remember if there was a trial deck. I think there was a trial deck, but that's not where you get the SSPs. So the cheapest one is Takamichi at $115. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, I could open it and I could hit Takamichi and absolutely like lose a lot of value in that sense, but I still know it will be very enjoyable. And at the end of the day, if I bought a case of this on release to open, I would have paid a lot more than I've paid for this one. So that as well is just another reason why I'm happy to get it at the price it's at. It's cheap, I can have fun opening it, no matter what happens. Like, even if it becomes not worth anything at all and years down the line, like people even forget the series and the set, I know I can go open this and have some fun with it. And there was another reason actually that I just wanted to cover, which is, for those of you that know, Weiss Schwarz Blau is a Japanese sort of set of series or set. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like another branch of Weiss Schwarz, and it's Japanese only, and it's essentially like a simplified version of the TCG, of playing the game, to help maybe younger audiences get into it. Now, they do sets that Weiss Schwarz don't always get. So they actually have a set for Tokyo Revengers coming out. So essentially what's happened is Weiss Schwarz have ditched Tokyo Revengers for a second set, for a volume 2, and instead they've passed it on over to Weiss Schwarz Blau. Now, that means it would be Japanese only. Weiss Schwarz Blau mainly focuses on a lot of all-male theories and casts, such as Tokyo Revengers. They've got Blue Lock as well, which is the anime, football anime, and it's obviously a load of guys. So it fits Weiss Schwarz Blau, but I think Weiss Schwarz Blau was announced after Tokyo Revengers came out for Weiss Schwarz. So had it come out before Tokyo Revengers, maybe Tokyo Revengers would have gone straight to Weiss Schwarz Blau. We don't know. But going forward, the Tokyo Revengers set, the next one, and if they do any more, is going to Weiss Schwarz Blau. So from my opinion, based on that information, I can't ever see them reprinting Weiss Schwarz Tokyo Revengers, because not only did the set just do bad, it sold poorly, but the series is moving over to Weiss Schwarz Blau. So normally when there's a reprint, it's because they've released a volume 2 and they know it's quite popular and people may want the cards from volume 1 to combine with cards from volume 2, right? So I just, obviously it's never impossible, never say never, right? You just don't really know what can change during that time. But I think there's a massive, very high probability that because of all of those things, this set will just never get reprinted. So yeah, I think it's an underdog. I think it's potentially an underrated set. I mean, I said it in my 2022 market review video that I think Tokyo Revengers is one of those underdogs that could potentially do well long term. And of course, as I've said several times in the video, if it doesn't do well long term, it really doesn't matter. I will just open the set one day if I feel like it, or maybe I just keep it sealed for even longer. Like, I'm quite good at keeping sealed products sealed, so whether it's in a few years, few months, or 5-10 years down the line, maybe I'll open it then, or maybe I'll still keep it sealed knowing that maybe at that point in time, it will be one of the only few sealed cases of that set around. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I doing completely the wrong thing? Although, as I like the set, is it really wrong? I don't know. Let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.